Hey, welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Bear and Rooster Show. I am the Rooster, and this is my partner to the right, the Bear, Stevie Ten Bears, and we are coming to you with a new reaction to a band that we've been introduced to in our comments called The Warning. And without kind of further ado, we're going to jump right into this. The only thing we know is they're a three-piece band
Three sisters from Monterrey.
from Monterrey, Mexico.
Monterrey.
Monterrey.
Monterrey. All right, and Andale then, right?
Ándale, pues.
I've been invaded by the need to stay inside
Huge
this
snare
cage.
sound.
Day after day, I'm hurting,
Low
but
bass
I
growl.
choose to stay this way. Running out of things to say. It's an normal to love what we hate, treating me out just the same. I'm in too deep. Give me something to believe. And it's how you call a dream. Colliding every time. The chaos drives me wild like an animal. Just wanna breathe. And it's how you call a dream. My vision's blurry as the pain keeps crawling up my skin. The pressure's building and I'm on the verge of caving in. Ready enough for the kill. If this can't bring me to life, then what will? Suffering just for the thrill. I'm in too deep. Give me something to believe. And it's how you call a dream. Colliding every time. The chaos drives me wild like an animal. Just wanna breathe. And it's how you call a dream. Eyes are always open in the dark. I've been underwater right from the start. Rope is wearing thin. Can't take it anymore.
Backing track.
And it's how you call a dream. Colliding every time. That chaos drives me wild like an animal. Just wanna breathe. Maybe I wanna become what I feel. And it's how you call a dream. How you call a dream. Colliding every time. That chaos drives me wild like an animal. And it's how you call a dream.
Wow, man. We didn't pause at all through that. That was a lot of things. You always hear us talk about it, drum tones. Drum tones are very important, especially in a live setting like that. You don't want your drums to sound like slop. And man, they did a great job of getting that really big sound, that big arena sound, but not lose any of the attack.
Yeah.
You can hear when she's when she's throwing those 16ths and 30
It's not
seconds.
swimming in reverb or anything like that.
Right. You can hear every stroke in the attack. Also, I'm a sucker for great cymbals, man. She has great cymbal
That
selection.
explosion crash.
Yeah, that little explosion
like it.
China on
Yeah.
the side. Yeah, where she was hitting the upticks on that, the upbeats during that interlude or whatever. Man, that was it.
They can all play, no doubt about
Yeah.
that. She can sing too. The drummer, obviously you can't see the size of her, but she looks very small and petite, but yet there's a powerhouse behind those drums.
Yeah, man,
Just
she's
absolutely
wailing.
killing it. And then she's singing too with her
Headpiece,
yeah,
yeah.
headpiece mic. There is, like you pointed out, there is the synth in the background. I hear some backing track vocals and things like that too.
You can actually hear what the backing track is when they do that breakdown and they just play the backing track.
Yeah.
That might be a simplified backing track,
yeah.
but I don't think there's much else.
No,
added
there's not.
to
They're
it.
not swimming in it or anything
No.
like that. But I can definitely hear that there's harmonies there that when there's only two people singing on the stage, you can hear harmonies.
Yeah.
So, but there's nothing wrong with that. Backing tracks are great support, and especially with
Well,
a 3-piece
It
environment.
Helps, yeah, exactly, and it helps you.
Supports.
It helps you supports, and it helps you give a better show, a better sound to the people. You don't want things, especially with these massive environments. You don't want it super thin sounding, so you fill in some of the gaps with other things. I don't think there's anything wrong with backing tracks.
No,
If anything, backing tracks actually make it harder for musicians, especially drummers. Like you have to really be playing in time. Yeah, you have to really be in the pocket, because if you're not, that backing track, you'll lose it. And then you're talking about a landslide to a show, an arena show like that, like a massive, outdoor, thousands of people there. And you talk about getting off of the backing track.
Yeah, that's
dude,
the worst thing that could possibly
your
happen.
guts would be down in your butt, man. Like you'd just be feeling sick. Like,
So the thing with the backing track is that I have no problems with backing tracks. I use backing tracks, and I promote it.
I would say probably 80 to 90% of the bands out there use some sort of backing track in one or two, if not all of their songs.
Yeah.
There's a big
But
bunch
see, the
of
thing
bands.
is, you go into the studio and the producer is like, "Oh, let's do this," and the band are like, "Let's do this," and naturally, you want the best sound and recording when you're in the studio. So you're layering things, and then it gets time. Everything sounds amazing. You're like, "All right, now we got to get back into the studio to rehearse and record," and then you go, "Oh, it doesn't sound like that anymore. It doesn't. Our song has naturally progressed and grown in the studio to something that's mega. How do we replicate that live?" And then you're like, okay, well, we need another 6 people either in the band. And a lot of the bands are like that. Green Day were the first to do it. Huge Green Day fan. But, they always had Jason White, which is the other guitar player, kind of playing in the background. Now they have a show. Now they have, like, Josh Freese's brother.
Yeah.
He's playing horns and keys, and then they have other people that are coming on and doing different things. So it's the same with bigger bands like Biffy Clyro. They have 2 people. They have keys, synths, and another guitar player, because naturally when you're in the studio, you want it to sound as big and as mega as possible, and you don't want to compromise anything or sacrifice anything live, because people are expecting that when you go to play live. So unless you have the budget to be bringing a whole half orchestra or whatever it is around which your backing tracks are the way to go.
I played for a 3-piece. I did like 3 fill-in shows for them in the Bay Area when I was 18 or so. And producer friend of mine got me plugged in with them, and they hired me, So anyway, I'm listening to their songs. I'm like, oh man, they have a big sound. So in my mind, I'm imagining all of the instrumentation. And then when I showed up to play, these are not like big, massive gigs. These are, you're playing in clubs, small theaters, smaller venues, 200 to 400 people at the maximum. And not all of them there to see you either. But you show up, and then I remember at soundcheck, that was the first time I'd had to rehearse with them, was soundcheck. It was like 4 hours before the show. And so we did the soundcheck, and I remember thinking in my mind, this is so thin. It's too thin. Like it doesn't have enough depth. It doesn't have enough warmth. There's not enough build to it. There's not enough body to this music. It just was way too thin. So I remember asking the guy, like, hey man, what's up? He's like, oh, just wait. We have a little backing track. And they played that. And it was just a violin, a cello, and I think like some auxiliary keys, and filled everything in.
Yeah.
And then it sounds like a real deal. So that's a personal experience of a way that it definitely does affect the band. It doesn't matter how good the band is. When you're live, there's just some sounds you can't get with fewer people. You need to add those songs in order to give the people a better understanding of your music and a better experience.
From my understanding, these guys are blowing up, and rightly so. Songwriting is great. It's a catchy chorus, and that's really the hook for
not a lot of like big metal bands coming out of Mexico.
No, well,
But
they did. There's a big scene down
A
there.
huge scene down
Yeah.
there, but for some reason, like that music just doesn't get pushed all the time up north.
Sepultura, they're from.
Sepultura, yeah, they're
How
from
did you say them?
Sepultura.
Is that how you say
Yeah.
it? Oh, Sepultura. I've always said that.
You want to make sure everybody knows how many syllables are in this. No,
it's
but
not English. Or I'm saying it like it's English, but it's not.
but yeah, it's cool to see. You know, my wife is Mexican, and it's really cool to see like Mexican bands represented in non-Latin categories.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like they're not doing traditional Latin music, traditional Mexican music. They are outside of the box compared to probably what they were raised on, and I like that. I think it's really cool when they start getting popular in the States and people start seeing, oh wow, wait, there's great metal bands in India.
Yeah.
There are.
That's
Yeah,
another
man.
one that we got to check out.
There are
was in
some
the
good
comments.
ones, man. There are some really good ones out there, but we have so much music here in the States. And usually we get introduced to the biggest names that come out of Europe. Really, Europe is it. Europe, maybe Australia, South Africa, maybe. But you got to be real big, like Die Antwoord or something like that, to where they have a massive following. They can't get any more followers in their home city, their home country. They got to go somewhere else to get some more. So I love it getting introduced to bands like that, that are not massive yet. Well, actually, man, 11 million to 100 million views. 114 million views. That's you're pretty big. You're huge.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm being introduced to you guys. If you ever see this, I appreciate your music. It was really fun to listen to. Big drum sounds, big drum playing.
Yep.
Like from a little person, she was really putting it on there. And the bass, I love the fact that the bass player was always plugged in. Like there was no like super, flashy stuff. The bass player is super important in a 3-piece because they're holding the band together. They're really kind of the glue between the drums and other stringed instruments.
Yep.
So anyway,
Absolutely.
there's a lot we could say about that. Great instruments too. All three of them had nice instruments.
Yeah, sounded great. And the place was packed.
Packed, and everybody
Absolutely
was
packed.
having a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
time.
Yeah, that's what
Oh,
it's
her
all about.
vocal.
Yeah.
Dude, her vocal. She can sing like in the ceiling, but she sings very naturally. It sounds like her speaking voice when she's singing like through the verses and stuff. And then you hear her get up in that where she was just screaming that like toward the end right out of the cut. Man, she just lit that note on fire. That was awesome, man. So I don't know their names, but good on you, lead singer. Good on everybody. It was just a fun watch. Really tight band.
Yeah, great. Well, as usual, like and subscribe. If you have any suggestions, drop it in the comments. If you go to buyusacoffee.com, all of that information is in the description. Generate Designs, go and grab yourself some merch. We are actually doing our merch mail out tomorrow or the day after. So if you get it in very soon, we will get that merch out to you wherever you are in the world. So
Yeah, really good prices, really solid shirts too. Solid shirts, solid.
we haven't watched
mugs.
these since we started. the whole
That's
show.
a lie because I wear a different one every
Oh, you
video.
have?
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
I do. I wear
you
a
can-
different one.
That's where they're all going missing.
Anyway, we appreciate you. Thank you to whoever suggested the warning, man. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You have anything else to add there at the end, there, buddy?
Not really. That's it.
right.
Yeah. And on that bombshell.
Peace.